Hi everyone, nice to see you all again. Sorry it's been a couple weeks since I've made a video. Things have been a little crazy, but I'm still here kicking and thriving and doing well. But I did want to talk to you guys about feelings and burdens because, a few weeks ago, if you guys saw my Facebook, I did post that it was a hard week for me mentally. And usually that's something that's really hard for me to admit. I'm definitely one of those people that likes to take on a lot, and I like to say that I'm okay, that it's fine. I don't like to be a burden to others. But I was really feeling it, and I don't like feeling really sad. And so I prayed out to God for Him to continue to show me His rainbows throughout all of this. And then if you saw my Facebook, then all of a sudden a rainbow appeared in the sky. Sometimes God gives us signs that are right there in our face. And that was one that just reminded me that through all this, there's still going to be rainbows. But also I found this verse and just really solidifies His sign that He gave me. So this is Psalm 55, verse 16. And it says, "As for me, I call to God, and the Lord saves me. Every morning and noon I cry out in distress, and He hears my voice. He rescues me unharmed from the battle waged against me. Even though many oppose me, God, who is enthroned from old, who does not change, He will hear them and humble them because they have no fear of God." So the fact that He hears me, that He hears all of you when you cry out, with your prayers, even your good news, whatever, He hears you. And He listens, and He's doing the good works for you, so you can work according to His purpose. But also the other part of the verse I really like is, the God who is enthroned from old, who does not change. The God that was is the God that is the God that's going to be. The God that was, the God that helped Moses go and spread the oceans, the God that did all of those miracles, the God that did the flood for Noah, all of those big things, that God's still the God now. He's still doing big things. He's still doing all those miracles. We just don't see it. We're so attuned to other things in this world, but knowing that there's still good miracles that He is doing, and He's working a miracle in me by giving me the strength to fight this and to share His message. So crying out to Him and praying to Him is the first thing, no matter how you're feeling, that He is listening. But the other part is burden. So story time. This weekend, I went to the river with my kids and my husband and my dog, and I was collecting little rocks because we're going to paint them and put them in the rock garden in front of the chemo center. I'm going along and I find rocks, like one rock here, there, another rock, just one rock every now and then, put them in the backpack. And then I went to go pick it up and I was like, okay, this backpack's a little heavy. I must have picked up, a couple rocks, whatever. So then I went home and I started emptying out the rocks and I was like, oh shoot, I actually got a lot of rocks. And that made me think about our burdens and how we go and we collect one little burden here and there. That's fine. We got it. It's just one little rock, one little burden. We can handle this. We don't need God. We got it on our own. And then we get another burden, and it just really starts to weigh us down. We don't realize, because we've just collected a burden here and there, how much that really is weighing on us mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But that's what, looking at how I was feeling and realizing that, I can't take on these burdens by myself. I need to ask for help from friends, but I also need to go to God to pray for Him. And so the other verse that I wanted to talk about is in Matthew. It's Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. And it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So to give it all to Him. Every worry that you have, every sadness, every feeling, every burden, every happiness, all of that, to give it to him. And that's what this has taught me, is that I've given all of those feelings to him, and he has shown me over and over again that he's got me. He's going to keep on highlighting the positive things in my life, knowing that no matter what, I can give it to him. And it's not too heavy for him. He can take it. He could take all that burden. I give it to him, and in return, I get his peace and his love, which is amazing. So that's my challenge to you for this week, is if you're feeling your feels, it's okay. Feel them, but also pray to him. Give him those burdens and everything that's holding you down, because then give it to him and you'll be light and be free. That's an amazing feeling. So until next time, God bless you all.